Hey there, Dean Linnell here with the Linnell Group at the Whistler Real Estate Company, and welcome to the Whistler Real Estate Ask Me Anything show, where I answer all your Whistler real estate questions. Okay, we're going to jump right into it today with today's topic. And this is an interesting one because building inspections are something that we're supposed to, as realtors, recommend on every single property. And it's part of our due diligence to our buyers. Whenever they're purchasing, they want to make sure that you've gone through all the details of the property to make sure everything's in order, nothing's broken, there's no hidden things behind a wall or anything that's like a leak or black mold somewhere or anything like that. And that's a very, very important thing to have done on any property that you purchase. Do your due diligence, whether it's going through all the strata meeting minutes, inspecting a property yourself with your own eyeballs, or even better, having an actual building inspection company like Wolfpack or Twin Peaks, Slinky Girard, or others that are out there where you can hire them to come on in. Oh yeah, Don Barr is another good one. Don Barr is a really great local, longtime Whistler resident, and he's been in the business for a long time doing great building inspections. So any one of these folks is going to do a great job in having a look at the property and making sure that there's no stone left unturned. However, there may be times when you don't want to hire a building inspector. And I'll tell you a couple of those. In my experience selling real estate here over the past 20 years, we've got some situations where it may be like a condo, a very small condo, and like, let's take, for example, a studio at the Westin. If you're gonna buy a hotel room, for example, the building inspector is gonna come in and he can look at a few things, but in general, inside that suite, it's going to be maintained at a very high standard by the hotel itself. And there's really going to be nothing out of place, because if there was something broken, like the fridge was broken or some of the outlets didn't work or anything like that within the suite itself, the hotel management is going to take care of it for you, and it's going to be done and at a very high standard. Nothing's going to be amiss. Another situation where, let's say it's not a hotel condo, it may be a condo at, let's say, Marketplace Lodge, for example, or Town Plaza. And you can go into that suite and you can tell yourself what exactly is going on in there. You can check the stove. You can check all the light switches. You can plug in a radio to each of the outlets and make sure every single one of them works. And those are things that you can really just do on your own. And the one thing that people don't understand about building inspectors is that you can indeed hire them to inspect the entire envelope of the Town Plaza building, but they typically will not be looking at the exterior. They're looking at the suite itself. And any information about the health of the property itself, the building itself, comes through the strata documents. Okay, so the monthly meeting minutes or the annual general meeting minutes are going to tell you about the health of the exterior of the building and the common spaces like the hallways, whether the roof needs to be redone or whether there's a problem with the stucco on the outside and maybe there's a bit of rot in certain areas. That's going to be handled by the strata itself, and that's really nothing that you as an individual owner have a lot of control over or can get a building inspector to get a read on. So that's one thing that you might not want to have done on those types of condos. Now, another situation may be where you're in a very hot, fast market where there's lots of offers being put on properties. Like we had last year and the year before, we were seeing a lot of times where someone might buy a house and not have a building inspection done because there's 3 or 4 offers, you're confident yourself that the house is in good shape, and you're willing to take that risk and go ahead and purchase a property without having a building inspection done, because you want to make sure that you get the property under contract and you get the property, you get it for yourself. So that's an important point there. Other times where you might not want to have an inspection done are like I was saying with those condos, and that's one thing too. Another reason, if you are actually very skilled in building, or you are like a building contractor, you have lots of experience, maybe you might want to just do an evaluation of the property yourself. And we have lots of people that are very experienced and skilled builders and have a lot of background in that, and they'll just do their own visual inspection or even open things up and look closer into the attic and stuff of a house, and they'll do that themselves. And that's another reason why you may not get a building inspection done. But generally, we coach all of our clients to make sure they have a building inspection done on a property, except for maybe on the hotel condos, because we know that those are in pretty good shape by the hotel maintenance staff. Okay, so thanks a lot for dropping by the show today. If you have any particular questions about real estate in Whistler or Pemberton, just send me a DM or you can type Dean in the comment section below, and I'll reach out to you. Hope you got some value out of today's show. Please share this to your friends, and we'll see you next week on the Whistler Real Estate Ask Me Anything show. Talk to you soon.